erase the old ones.
You're on.
Hi everyone, I am here at the Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today we're going to be reading Mark chapter 5, verses 21 through 43, Psalm 38, and Proverbs chapter 10, verses 8 and 9. Okay, so in Mark today, we'll be talking about Jesus raises a dead girl and heals a sick woman. And Psalm 38, a Psalm of David, a petition, and then our Proverbs. Okay, so in Mark today, we're talking about Jesus raises a dead girl and heals a sick woman. I'm pretty sure that is Jairus' 12-year-old daughter who died, and Jesus brought back to life. The people outside their home, were pretty much making fun of Jesus because he said, don't be afraid or don't be sad, she is only sleeping, she is not dead. And they laughed at him because they knew she was dead. Well, guess what? She wasn't dead when Jesus got in there. He took care of that. And the woman, the sick woman, I believe, was the one who was subject to bleeding for 12 years. And when she just touched the edge of Jesus' cloak, she was healed. But we'll see here. Let's get started with Mark. What about that brown one I gave you? You want the tunnel thing? Okay, good boy. When Jesus had again crossed over by boat to the other side of the lake, a large crowd gathered around him while he was by the lake. Then one of the synagogue leaders named Jairus came, and when he saw Jesus, he fell at his feet. He pleaded earnestly with him, "My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hands on her so that she will be healed and live." So Jesus went with him. A large crowd followed and pressed around him. And a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. She had suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors and had spent all she had. Yet, instead of getting better, she grew worse. I'm not trying to be rude. Sorry, my mouth gets severely dry. She, instead of getting better, got worse, even with the treatment of many doctors. And back then, it's hard to tell what they put that woman through. You know what I mean? The things they probably done. When she heard about Jesus, I think that I heard that beat there. She came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak because she thought, if I just touch his clothes, I will be healed. Immediately her bleeding stopped, and she felt in her body that she was freed from her suffering. So she had faith, strong faith that if she just touched Jesus' clothes, she knew she would be healed. She had complete faith.
Fine, go ahead.
He's already choked once.
Yeah.
You freaked me out.
Fine, go.
You need to check it. I think it beat.
It did beat.
Yep, it
No,
sure.
it didn't. You're breathing.
Okay. At once, Jesus realized that power had gone out from him. He turned around in the crowd and asked, "Who touched my clothes?" "You see the people crowding around you," his disciples answered, "and yet you ask, 'Who touched me?'" But Jesus kept looking around to see who had done it. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet, and trembling with fear, told him the whole truth. He said to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." While Jesus was still speaking, some people came from the house of Jairus, the synagogue leader. "Your daughter is dead," they said. "Why bother the teacher anymore?" Overhearing what they said, Jesus told him, "Don't be afraid, just believe." He did not let anyone know him, go with them except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. When they came to the home of the synagogue leader, Jesus saw a commotion, with people crying and wailing loudly. He went in and said to them, "Why all this commotion and wailing? The child is not dead, but asleep." They laughed at him. After he put them all out, he took the child's father and mother and the disciples who were with him and went in there where the child was. He took her by the hand and said to her, "Talitha Kum," which means, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." Immediately the girl stood up and began to walk around. She was 12 years old. At this, they were completely astonished. He gave them strict orders not to let anyone know about this and told them to give her something to eat. And that's where we are stopping with Mark today. Our psalm today has 22 verses. It is a psalm of David, a petition. Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger, or discipline me in your wrath. Your arrows have pierced me, and your hand has come down on me. Because of your wrath, there is no health in my body. There is no soundness in my bones. Because of my sin, my guilt has overwhelmed me like a burden too heavy to bear. My wounds fester and are loathsome because of my sinful folly. I am bowed down and brought very low. All day long I go about mourning. My back is filled with searing pain. There is no health in my body. I am feeble and utterly crushed. I groan in anguish of heart. All my longings lie open before you, God. My sighing is not hidden from you. My heart pounds. My strength fails me. Even the light has gone from my eyes. My friends and companions avoid me because of my wounds. My neighbors stay far away. Those who want to kill me set their traps. Those who would harm me talk of my ruin. All day long they scheme and lie. I am like the deaf who cannot hear, like the mute who cannot speak. I have become like one who does not hear, whose mouth can offer no reply. Lord, I wait for you. You will answer, Lord my God. For I said, do not let them gloat or exalt themselves over me when my feet slip. For I am about to fall, and my pain is ever with me. I confess my iniquity. I am troubled by my sin. Many have become my enemies without cause. Those who hate me without reason are numerous. Those who repay my good with evil lodge accusations against me, though I seek only to do what is good. Lord, do not forsake me. Do not be far from me, my God. Come quickly to help me, my Lord and my Savior. And that was Psalm 38, a Psalm of David, a petition. And ending today's Bible reading, we're going to be reading Proverbs chapter 10, verses 8 and 9. The wise in heart accept commands, but a chattering fool comes to ruin. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. Amen. You'll always be found out. Always better to tell the truth than a lie. Because if you're telling a lie, you got to keep telling one upon another, upon another, upon another to keep the lie going. And you're eventually going to forget and trip yourself up with one of the lies you told. Always better to tell the truth. And if somebody gets mad at you, eventually, hopefully, they'll forgive you. If not, you won't have to worry about it. You'll have a clean conscience, you know. Okay. So that was our Bible reading. I hope it touched your hearts. Let me go through our prayer requests here. Please, I ask you guys to keep my mom, Rhonda Karshner, in your prayers. She goes for her first radiation treatment this Thursday. And it's also going to be raining and rain snow mix that day too. And she's got so much other stuff to do that day in between them. And they said they told her she could drive home, that it wouldn't make her sick. But I read online that radiation can make some people sick. So I really don't want her to go alone. Please keep her in your prayers. She'll be having to do it every single day for a while. And it's kind of a little far away. It's a drive, you know. Please keep Sherman in your prayers. His chest is hurting really bad today. Please pray for Cindy and Jim Welsh, Layla and her son Emil, Abby Myers, Jimmy Myers, Danette Rager, Dora Carper, Elizabeth Jeffries, who's still MIA, Danielle and Kennedy. Please pray for their family. Those were the ones that were murdered, the mother and the infant. Lonnie Doles, Wendy and Jason White, Dean Deddy. Okay, and that's it. And I want to give you guys 2 GoFundMes. If you want to donate, see Danielle and Kennedy. Danielle was in her 20s, and she gave birth to a little girl. And 2 days later, her boyfriend killed her, and then he took the baby. And he says that he threw the baby in the Mississippi River. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what he said. But, you know, please pray for Danielle's mother, because she lost both a daughter and a granddaughter. And please pray for her family. And their GoFundMe is at GoFundMe.com, and it is called Danielle and Kennedy Memorial Fund. Danielle was the mom, and Kennedy was the 2-day-old baby. So cute. Okay, and the other GoFundMe, GoFundMe.com, it is put on there by Lacey Bishop, and you can find it under Accidents and Emergencies. Jason and Wendy White lost home to house fire. Their house burnt to the ground. And they're good people. Please pray for them. Okay, and please keep the Burt family and the family of Betty Graham in your prayers, because they both have, you know, recently lost loved ones. The Burt family, they're my cousins, and my cousin's oldest daughter, Amanda, she's only 30. She just died. She died last month. No, she died, I believe, in November from COVID. She died of COVID. And Betty Graham, she died of cancer. Okay, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus. And God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye, guys. God bless.